Olá, meus pequenas abóboras, eu sou o Pumpkin e sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Genshin no nosso caloroso arco de Natlan. E mais uma vez para fazer mais uma lendária, e dessa vez é da Mualani. E bem, vamos iniciar pelo menos essa aqui com o primeiro ato, diferente da do Kinich, que eu meio que fiz sem querer, sem saber que já meio que começava ali. Porque a da Shilone eu não vi ela em nenhum dos dois primeiros atos, então... Enfim... Se você não é inscrito aqui no canal, já aproveita, se inscreve e ativa o sininho, deixa um like e um comentário porque isso ajuda muito. E compartilha com alguém que você tem certeza que vai gostar do nosso conteúdo. Se você não assistiu nenhum dos vídeos anteriores, já clica no cardzinho que tá aparecendo aqui no canto direito da tela e vai lá assistir. E depois volta aqui pra ver esse. E bem, sem mais delongas, bora pro vídeo. E bem, cá estamos nós na tribo dos povos da Terma. Este lindo lugar super agradável com várias fontes termais. E, bem, vamos começar a quest, que eu não lembro onde é.
Wow, what an amazing view! And we can even see some Kaholasaurs here and there.
Depende.
Hey, why don't we try to get a picture with one or two of them in the wild?
Mas e se eles tentarem nos morder? Vai que a gente pega raiva.
They're so cute! They probably won't do that.
Confia, Paimon. Vai lá você primeiro. Depois você me conta se eles estão mordendo ou não.
What's happening over there?
Ah, eles só estão brincando com essas duas jovens pessoas.
Somebody help us!
Eles com certeza não estão mordendo, porque eles são super amigáveis.
Yeah, we can save those
Não vai
for
ter
later.
fotinho
We
não,
can't just
Paimon.
stand around when someone's calling for help.
Ai, ai. Aqueles procurando pela ilha misteriosa. Eu não estou procurando por ilha nenhuma, tá, jogo? Só pra te avisar. Olha como eles estão bem. Eu não tô nem atacando. Ai, gente.
Finally, someone's coming. Please help us.
E se eu não quiser? Eu adoro que eu tô jogando no modo cinema que fala, nem sei mais. Deixa eu voltar pro nosso HUD normal, porque assim eu não enxergo as coisas. Pronto, terminamos de extinguir os dinossauros. Ai, de novo, gente. Esquece Sumero. Já acabou. Já vai ter evento de Sumero próxima versão. Pra que isso?
Yes, I'm Karya, and this is my senior Verdadeira. Thank you so much for saving us.
Don't mention it. Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by now. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Qualquer ajuda vai custar acima de 1 milhão de moras, tá bom?
Still, it seems that all the Kaholasaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Capture one
Isso não
alive?
consta como crime?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very skilled at dealing with them. Do you think you could use me as live bait to help us capture one? I will pay you for the effort.
O que a faculdade não faz com um jovem estudante, né?
Well...
Apologies. Verdadeira has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Tarde demais.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild Kaholasaurs, and what's this talk about capturing them?
Não me diga que você quer tirar uma foto com eles.
Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that a very important clue about the island can be found on Kaholasaurs, so... approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the springs was certainly an unwise choice on our...
Sem
A
dúvidas.
mysterious island?
Yes. There is a legend from the people of the springs that mentions a mysterious island. And Verdadeira believes the key to his research can be found there.
Are you certain you two won't consider my proposal to capture one?
Some proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait!
Then I suppose discussing it any further will just be a waste of time. I must come up with another solution.
Férias é uma ótima solução.
Verdadeira!
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karia and I just now, and I suppose I should express some gratitude. Thank you very much.
Gente ingrata, eu não quero gratidão.
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karia.
Ah, tomara que vocês dois sejam devorados. No caso, você só, ela é de boa.
Thank you again. My apologies. Bromja really
Caramba,
doesn't
nem
have the best
percebi.
people skills.
That's alright.
Mas você se cuide. Não sei quanto a ele. Gente maluca.
You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day.
Não, a gente vê, pai. Mas eu tô cansado de fazer comissão de gente assim.
But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned.
Você também quer encontrar ele, pai, mano?
Who knows? There might be treasure! After all the amazing places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us.
Mas não temos nenhuma informação sobre essa ilha.
Oh, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a legend of the people of the springs. Time's ticking, let's get started on our next adventure! But the real question is, who should we ask?
Podemos apenas falar com o chefe ou com a Mualani, né? Até parece que ela não existe.
That's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
Ai. Olha só. Se for aquela bendita ilha que não aparece no mapa e não for uma ilha gerada assim, tipo domínio, eu vou ficar muito bolado, Reverse. Você tem mais potencial do que isso, de que me botar nessa ilha podre aqui no meio do mato. Se for essa tcholice aqui, eu não quero. Só deixando claro. Tá tão longe.
Someone looking for me? Oh, why, if it isn't the traveler and her companion.
Nós mesmos.
So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything?
Aham. Conta aí, Paimon.
We want to visit the mysterious island. The mysterious island, huh? Is there something wrong? I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people.
Aham.
Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet. Then allow me to explain it to you two.
Aham.
It is said that the first chief of the people of the springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Natlan. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the destination.
Aham.
The island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of clues that lead to the island.
Aham.
Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding... Oh, that makes sense! So could you tell us how to get to that island? Oh, Paimon gets it! This is like a big secret for the people of
Ela
the
não sabe,
spring, so
Paimon.
you can't just tell anyone, right? On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the
Pior
public.
ainda, ninguém encontrou.
Oh! Well, I'm willing to answer your question in exchange for a favor. What do you... Sure thing! Oh, then you have my thanks. I'll be honest. There are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors.
Vamos
As
afogá-los.
the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed. It's really hard to believe that could happen. They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure. So it's hard to use that to So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow... The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me. Which is why I haven't been able... Oh, Paimon understand! Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be
obrigado.
perfectly capable of protecting yourselves. Right? You betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, she'll take them all down.
Wonderful! Then here, please take this.
Que bonitinha.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora. Did we already earn a bonus?
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This
É pra
Mora,
gente pagar
however,
os
is for other
custos.
purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your... So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible.
Como quiser, chefia.
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything.
I've marked the
Ok, let's go. Só falta agora minha Mualani de brinde, hein, Reverso? Corta isso. Nem imagino quem deve ser, caramba.
Now let's see if anyone around here looks like
Quem
a
será
scammer.
dos NPCs que é o cara que vai me fazer me fazer o guia? Vai, bom.
Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. But how should we lure those scammers out?
Talvez tentando falar sobre a ilha misteriosa.
Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Caramba, um NPC nem um pouco suspeito está olhando pra gente, Paimon. Continue. Você não é feio, gente.
Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Pô, amigo, nós somos de outro digo, Mondstadt. Coffee.
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already.
Isso, Paimon, bem discreta. Continua assim. Vai, Paimon, não esqueça de despertar.
Oh, pardon. Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear
Do
you
nada,
two
ela
talking
puxou um
about the
sotaque fino. A
mysterious
gente é de
island.
Mondstadt,
I
não de
assume you two must be
Fontaine.
tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello,
Oh.
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island.
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach, be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible, but you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination.
Caramba, que fofo. Então isso tudo era uma propaganda dos seus serviços?
Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
Claro, bora.
So how much will you charge?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
Perdão?
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him.
Isso tudo ainda faz parte da sua propaganda. Preciso ver o que ele realmente quer fazer.
All right, thank you. Then please guide us on.
Of course. Please, follow me.
Bem sus. Pra não dizer o contrário. Caraca, me siga, 200 mil.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
Relativo, moço.
Really? Can we?
Ai, que lindo.
Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight from Atta, right?
Ata?
Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
Ah, tá.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Kaholasaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Kaholasaurs. They say that Atta has acted. Therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Kaholasaur...
You need only slowly approach Atta. Once Atta has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. But no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people of the Springs. I can understand Atta's instructions and will lead you.
Alright, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10,000 mora per person.
Safado.
In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a Kaholasaur. Cost to maintain their health can be quite high, you know.
Caramba, deve ser muito caro realmente dar capim e água pro animal. Caramba.
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the process of finding our way, but as long as we reach the mysterious island, these costs will be quite trivial in the end.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch.
Apenas pague logo, não vamos deixar isso suspeitando.
Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Kaholasaur. But if we can get a receipt, with that kind of evidence...
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta. You won't ever find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man.
Tanto que Paimon fique feliz. Ai, obrigada. Eu tava querendo uma foto com o Kaholasauro. Oi, amigo.
Really didn't try to bite us at all.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Ah, claro. Que lindo. Posso ter a foto pra mim? Ou isso não? Ai, palmas.
Oh, Atta is already speaking? Let me listen to what they have to say.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course. Like I said, only a guide like...
Here's your group photo.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the chief's mora to use. Why don't we keep up the act and gather some more evidence? Paimon's curious what other tricks these scam...
Se eles já não perceberam a gente, sob a orientação de Kalu, você obtém uma pista após a outra.
These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming up with some far... With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him straight... But after handing over all that mora, Paimon kinda wants to see if he'll actually take us to the island or not.
Não faz mal juntar mais provas.
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we've gathered,
Oh, alright.
Pra onde é esse atalho? Ai.
Running away?
Ah, pelo menos ganhamos a foto com a Atta. Eu espero não ter que entregar isso, hein, Reverse? Um aviso prévio.
You really are.
this is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything.
Achei paia.
Atta's insights have already pointed us.
You mean we're almost there?
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the mora you spent, that wouldn't make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before...
Se me permite, eu vou tentar chegar lá, né?
Are you running away?
Gente, não aguento a Hal falando no meu ouvido mais.
According to Atta's insights, this is the place.
You mean the mysterious island?
Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to say goodbye.
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find. And who says a mysterious island can't look like this?
Então, né? Como isso é uma ilha bem misteriosa, ninguém vai encontrar seu corpo. Cough, cough.
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us. We were commissioned by the chief of the people of this...
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh. Let's see.
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track down. You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
Now he's trying to get away!
Não sei se você conseguir fugir de mim.
It's the chief!
What's the chief doing here?
Não sei, quer adivinhar? Valendo 1 milhão de mora. Chuta sua resposta
I
aí,
have
mano.
dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict...
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against me. Even as the chief, you can't just level accusations without any evidence.
Sorry to say it, but he got us. We lost all the... Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me! That's my
Confia.
Mora!
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already split the Mora before you let them here.
What do you mean?
Perdão.
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your hand. There are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place, and you yourself just denied that there was a scam. So did you then take the Mora from them by force? Take Mora from others by force? Oh, that's an even more serious crime than scamming!
Pois é, amigão, essa pobre defesa donzela que você acabou de roubar, você não tem vergonha de uma coisa dessas?
You... All right. Sure, I admit that I coaxed them into spending a few times, but I wouldn't go as far as calling it scamming.
Ô, amigo, tô o dia inteiro gastando as suas custas e isso algumas vezes?
We have
Quero nem saber quanto é muito.
standing right here.
Fine, yes.
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to the mysterious island, then why hasn't he just gone there and claimed the treasure for himself? That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of the springs ever found the treasure of the mysterious island? I can answer this question along with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually very simple. There is no shortcut to the island, and most people don't even meet the requirement to ever reach it.
Que mancada.
If you don't meet this single condition, then even guides from the people of the springs, despite all of their abilities, will find it difficult to overcome the obstacles along the way. Which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island are open to the public, few have ever made it there. There's a requirement? What is it? Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like? It should probably involve overcoming a lot of hardships with your companions before witnessing some breathtaking sights, uncovering a really touching story, and scoring some super cool treasure at the end. And therein lies the key point. overcoming hardships with your companions. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends.
Agora faz um pouco mais sentido. Tem bastante a ver com o nome forjado da Mualani, né?
The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able. Therefore, the requirement to reach the island is journeying with your closest. So that's the key.
Bora, Paimon. Eu subo nas suas costas e você me leva até lá.
From what I can see, you and Paimon are exactly those kinds of friends. The kind that would trust each other with anything.
Aww.
But, unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to hire someone else, then I'm afraid you could probably never place your lives in the hands of someone you met on. That's true. But don't feel discouraged. I believe that this beautiful land that I call my home will not disappoint. Whether it's remote islands or ancient ruins, I'm sure they can also provide you with plenty of exciting adventures. And let me tell you a secret. The elders once told me that beneath these very ruins lies a way to reach the sky. Or maybe someone already discovered that. No matter. If you two want to go adventuring elsewhere, I can also give you some. Yeah, thanks for that.
Eu já fiz essa quest por sua informação.
We don't give up so easily, even when a place is supposedly impossible to visit.
Filha.
Oh, I can understand. I won't stop you if you're still interested in finding the island. I just recommend finding a guide first who you could trust with your lives. A guide we could trust with our lives? Oh, who knows when we'll meet someone like that around
Tô olhando
here?
pra uma agora.
Oh, we could go find Mualani! It appears you've already made up your minds. Then, I'll be... Okay, bye-bye!
Tchauzinho, chefia. Ok. Vamos atrás da Mualani.
Sorry, we don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why? Black floaters look really cool.
May I ask whether you've had some bad luck lately?
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Coholosaur. I nearly drowned. Which is why I want to buy some new ones.
Filha, você tá moreninho.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the Night
Comparado a
about
todos os
this
outros
once.
NPCs.
Black floaters bring bad luck.
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found yourself overheating? Maybe even suffering a little...
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling. It's all starting to make sense.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. According to the experts, I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as a way of celebrating your luck taking a turn for the better.
You'd really do that? Then I'll take one of...
You got it.
Aww. Ele saiu com duas boias de baiacu rosa e azul mesmo.
Well, hello there! If it isn't the traveler in Paimon.
Mualani, quais são as suas estratégias de marketing pra estar conseguindo vender isso? Não que sejam feias, mas... Vão te ver de novo, eu acho.
Stuff you were saying just now really true? Do pink and blue float?
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floaters, a group of Coholosaurs came to the rescue and brought her back to shore.
Whoa, for real?
But let's get back to why you're here. Are you looking to buy some water sports products?
Estamos atrás de uma guia, pra falar a verdade.
Come on, don't be strangers now. I can give you whatever you need. You are guests here, after all. It's only natural for me to give some gifts to you.
Aww.
No, we actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
Well, you've come to the right person. So,
Push
where do you want to
credo.
go?
We want to visit the mysterious island from the...
A trip to the mysterious island. Oh.
Do you have any concerns, Mualani?
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Yep.
Yep, your chief has already made that pretty clear. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely be able to reach the mysterious island.
Then, I'll have to explain something. I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle New, and he's the best guide in the whole tribe. But apparently, with a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. However, going to the mysterious island, but since it's you two asking, I definitely won't refuse. It's just my duty as a guide to explain these things before I officially agreed to go on the journey.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but it seems like we're actually asking a lot. Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend go through a bunch of trouble just for the sake of finding some treasure.
É, não é ideal.
Mualani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Ko'olo just got back to the tribe. I heard he found another underground...
Oh, Ko'olo's back. Wait for me.
Quem é
Who's
Ko'olo?
Ko'olo?
Bem que eu tava perguntando,
He's
Paimon.
currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first chief, he's the only other guide who's ever made it to the mysterious.
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him often. Sounds like this is quite an... let me put up the closed sign first. Okay, come with me.
A criança ali olhando a loja meia hora, caramba.
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone.
Indeed. Well done.
No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters.
I wonder how much he
Porra, é
made this
meio
time.
quilômetro pra baixo do solo, sabe?
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani? Who knows, maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious...
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a...
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to reach the island.
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his help?
Allow me to do the talking. You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
Eu já negava ele.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koholas? They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is a success, then the commission fees won't be a problem.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
Como é que eu conto que eles não vão
But
chegar
first,
lá?
please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to...
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about...
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust... I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island.
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That is what the legend is really hinting. Many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their incompetent clients. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I chose to go alone.
Well, I'm different. I'm no ordinary tourist.
Pesadão.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fee. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example, new student over there.
Eles não virão com a gente.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle Newt...
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter. Waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
Mualani?
Que escroto.
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
Não. Você vai encontrar essa ilha e esfregar na tua cara. Nós vamos encontrar a verdadeira ilha e o verdadeiro tesouro que você não
I just
encontrou.
wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on getting into it.
That Colo seemed to harbor some kind of grudge against you, Mualani.
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the tribe can't stop talking about him.
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be more upset.
Of course not. Uncle New has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times, but it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island.
Você também espera mesmo chegar à ilha, certo, Mualani?
That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today.
Aww.
After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that will be required.
Quem é
I always felt that
maravilhoso.
my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle New has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down. So, as Uncle New's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
But don't you have that chance now, Mualani? If you'd agree to be our guide, we're completely willing to trust you with our lives. With the help of the renowned traveler and her trusty companion, you'll definitely be able to find the mysterious island. Then you can come back and teach that Ko'olo a lesson.
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aww.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush.
Oh, que cholice.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start
Quase
preparing
desceu
right
uma
away.
lágrima, perdão.
I've already had the plans for
Tem
this
que
trip
guardar
written
pra
out for some
Conquest.
time. Come with me.
Esses coisas vão seguir a gente, né? Ai, vai embora. Saco.
It's that scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
Scholar guy? My name is Varumdra. Please use it.
Não, vou esquecer ele daqui a pouco.
See you again, traveler in Paimon.
Lá.
Oh, and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you,
I'm Mualani. Just call me by my name.
Oh.
As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the mysterious island is a grueling one.
oh,
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you. We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't officially be your clients. In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a guide won't be tarnished as a result. How does that sound?
Vai sim, querendo ou não, vocês estão como posso dizer, ao alcance dela. Se ela não ajudar vocês em qualquer problema, é basicamente negar ajuda.
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person as Ko'olo.
So you still refuse? Fine. Kari, I'll put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Verandra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy—
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous journey all alone. Even my sweet mom would give me a harsh scolding if I ever let you do that.
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers. How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern slope.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from strangers into friends.
That's your plan? Very well, then.
Wonderful. On behalf...
Mualani, você tá realmente fazendo jus a seu nome.
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
Essa é a Mualani que eu conheço.
We need to get started on our preparations.
Será que o nome dela também vai ser ativo durante a quest? Igual o Kinishi fez? Tipo, meio que reaceso, digamos assim. Porque o nome dela já foi aceso durante a quest. Então aquele meio que seria reaceso. Olá, viemos fazer compras.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Laffa sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Os clientes somos nós, afinal.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission, are we?
No, we're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive. We're ready, Laffa.
Your total is
Não é tão caro assim.
Isn't that still a lot for you?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money?
Também tô começando a achar, Mualani, que isso?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me.
Jesus. Mualani é a nova Mona 2.0. Ó, catalisador, hydro, 5 estrelas. Eu tô vendo uma semelhança aí.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate the price. What do you say?
All right. What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized...
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from...
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Legal. É bacana ver que a gente tem várias outras lojas aqui.
Hey, Paka Paka.
Ei, Paka Paka.
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a record of your own?
Já apareceu no clipe da Shinone no começo.
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one...
That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides, I haven't even finished listening to that one yet.
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind to release a record.
Lançar disco literalmente?
Whoa, then we could produce some really wild tunes. You've got a deal.
Ai, ai.
Nice.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently...
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much. That's a nice way to make the trip a little more...
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best.
Deal.
Looks like Mualani really is rich.
Mualani, custa nada pechinchar pouco, não?
Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map, it's more like a treasure map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass. Which brings us to today. The day I officially ask
Vai
Uncle
dar tudo
Mu.
certo.
Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous.
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better.
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Bora lá. Vai dar tudo certo, Mualani. Nem sabia que tinha gente. O que será que ele vende? Será que ele vende algo? Não. Tchau.
Points for agility.
Bem baixinho, graças a Deus. Olá, senhor. Você é o tio da Mualani?
Afternoon, Uncle Nu. I have a big surprise for you.
Poxa, Mualani, tava achando que ele ia estar nu.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
You saw right through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just that my feelings are a little...
Huh? Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that, after all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the...
Don't worry. With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find...
Yeah. This time, I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle Nu.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please listen to your teacher's words once more, Mualani. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do.
I understand, Uncle Nu.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
O quê?
What is it?
Bonito.
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You must return it to me when you get back from the mysterious island.
Was this made with spinel fruit?
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle Nu. All right. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off. Make sure...
Yay! Paimon can...
Yay!
Traveler, Paimon, over here!
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too!
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more professional.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Our journey to the mysterious island has officially begun.
Yay!
First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an important clue?
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a monument. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the mysterious island smoother.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
Eu vou te arremessar lá embaixo, querido.
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential step before heading to the mysterious island. Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable about. That's very professional.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Aproveita mais a experiência. Você vai infartar antes dos 30 se continuar nesse ritmo.
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a great adventure!
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first...
Monte de carrolossauro. A festa dos carrolossauros.
Wow, there are a lot of Kaholosaurs here!
As expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of them. So it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding one or two stray Kaholosaurs.
You're a real pro at this, Mualani!
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholosaurs don't like gathering as herds unless it's to compete for the hot springs.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know. It so happens that wild Kaholosaurs periodically gather in the valley up ahead. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly disperses again. Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan, it would be very rare to ever witness such a thing.
Ooh.
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation as a part of my thesis.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholosaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Kaholosaur herd? That feels a little...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Kaholosaurs before, so this isn't an ideal plan for her. But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take over all the tasks that were supposed to be entrusted to...
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon.
Is that so? Then that works.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar.
Ó.
Follow me and
Ela
stay
vai
close.
não fazer se importar com a gente, mas um com o outro. Tá no seu rumo. Calma
Oh
aí.
no, we've been spotted.
Pô, Mualani, eu tô te
Back off and
seguindo.
try again.
Eu fui na tua.
Kaholosaurs sure seem...
Kevin, you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley. Why don't you simply chase them away?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholosaurs. Doing so will almost certainly bring bad luck. And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less make them leave.
But on what basis?
Bom senso?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with a solution on my own, so I'd like to ask everyone to help come up with some ideas.
Let Paimon think. Oh, is there a detour or another...
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholosaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just run into the same problem.
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so why don't you share them with us?
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Kaholosaurs, I wanted to help. I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the Kaholosaurs relied on their hearing to track their prey, but they also possess a very keen sense of smell. But I'm not sure how useful that information is.
Oh. That was actually very useful, Miss Karia.
You can just call me Karia.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the luggage. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I've got an idea.
Você sempre tem uma, né, Mualani? Ela posando, esperando a gente.
Found it! What's this? The key to making our way through the If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, but this plant can help us solve that problem. Because its fragrance is we can apply the plant's extract to our bodies and trick their sense of smell.
So, we're gonna...
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Tá vendo? Ainda vamos ganhar tratamento de pele gratuito.
Paimon feels all wet and slimy. But this actually does smell like a
Perfect. Okay.
Eu vou poder roubar a planta? Não. Calma aí, Mualani. Porra, também assim você vai se esconder muito do Carrolassauro. Chegou do ladinho dele, quase deu um beijo no rabo, coitado. Tem outro Carrolassauro, Mualani. Vem pro mato, Mualani. Sai do mato, Mualani, uma criança.
Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger.
Ai, pequeno. Oi, que fofa. Enfim, voltando. Bora, Mualani. Mualani. Jesus, Mualani, me espera. Não me larga aqui com os Carrolasauros.
So many here. We can't get through. Oh, I have an idea. Wait here.
Tô tentando. Deixa eu esperar aqui. Me espera, Mualani, cacete. Caramba, igualzinho o Carrolassauro. Nossa. Seu tempo. Tô molhada agora, droga.
Careful. Don't startle them.
Você acha que eu tô fazendo o quê, caramba? Bora, Mualani. Precisava fazer isso.
Follow me and stay close.
Você acha que eu tô fazendo o quê, filha? Só o jogo me deixa correr quando eu tô perto de ti. Daí tá bom.
Let's be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock.
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand what they're saying.
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Kaholosaurs.
Pai, mas você acredita naquele cara mesmo?
Sounds like someone has been trying.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholosaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them.
Mualani copia o desenho do músico e leva vocês de volta.
The first stage of the journey now.
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Kaholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logical basis for everything you said after all.
Você ainda
Has he
duvidava
always
dela?
been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research.
At least
Vai
this
morrer
has shown that my
cedo.
judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Mualani really knows how to lead our group.
Ela é uma guia profissional, afinal.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does...
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't...
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water and the land at Jadeskirt Knoll. We can find our next destination.
Really? You got all that just...
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easy. All right, break time is over. Let's get ready to move.
Bora lá.
Okay, this is the place.
Deus, por favor, me proteja.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then please...
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit...
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention...
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research. And so, I looked... Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain I've deduced the geographical features of the island's surrounding. Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon. Therefore, the area must contain...
Oh, amazing!
Now everyone's contributing to the...
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island, once you've unlocked the mech...
All right. Then let's start searching...
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston...
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking...
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
Aham. É esse trambolho? Eu pensei ter visto uma pirâmide por um momento.
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. The light does, but according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes.
Ok. Phlogistas. Eu lembro que tem um pra cá. Exatamente, obrigado, Mualani. Agora que eu vi no mapa que tá marcado. Olha o meteoro da paixão, explosão do sentimento que eu não pude acreditar. Ah, como é bom poder te amar. Tocamos 2. Tem mais um lá em cima. Achei o nó de florista. Cala a boca, pai. Não tenho cliente na conta. What are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them.
We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone. Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem as intuitive to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the Spirit Way will come tumbling from...
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than it...
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretic... Huh? But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
If Verandra can't control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well...
After all the adventures she's been on, handling something like this should be easy.
Eu não posso ficar aqui sozinho, sabe? Opa!
Alright. Then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node and...
Wait, but handling it this way sounds...
Don't worry. It looks like the Spirit Ways are all above the water. I'm pretty...
But it's so high! And you'll be falling so fast! If we don't manage to reach a node in time or...
Do you still remember the promise we made before we... Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island.
Oh.
Since you...
Eu confio em você, Mualani. Não, pera. Só aqui, então, o cara não tem como ter passado.
Please be careful.
Como é que ele fez isso sozinho, se alguém precisa estar aqui controlando o nó? Esse cara é muito mentiroso, na moral. Bora lá. A Mualani fazendo sozinha, não compreendi, mas ok. O que é?
Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the note we need.
What do you mean? Ah, tá. Porque eu tô de Traveler a Nemo?
Windblade. We did it, Mualani!
Meu Deus! Eu tô de Traveler a Nemo. Meu Traveler a Nemo. Por que? Eu não sei também. Au! Tá bom, acidentes acontecem. Olha a Mualani lá no fundo. Ela vai. Eu tenho que pular pra direita ou continuar aqui? Ok, eu fiz uma curva extra. Eu tinha que ter trocado pro da direita. Rápido, pronto. Chegamos?
That was... You were amazing, Mualani! There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
Eu também. Ainda mais no início.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston nodes no longer lit?
Oh no.
Oh.
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance.
O que será que vai acontecer?
Do you hear that?
Talvez.
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
Yes, we need to get to higher ground and take a look.
Todos vão acolher na próxima. Tem o quê? Meu Deus!
Look over there!
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Huh? Oh.
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility.
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that world.
And what if you're wrong?
Parandra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm very knowledgeable. The spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appeared. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. Don't you think that sounds more like the definition? So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us to the bottomless...
He does seem to have a point.
Mas eu confio
I
mais no
can't find
Mualani.
any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come.
But didn't we all agree to trust each...
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own way.
No, I refuse.
You?
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you don't have to take responsibility for me.
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our— How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first and investigate the whirlpool. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll come back to convince you.
Well...
Traveler, Paimon, let...
Bora. Enfim, queridão.
How brilliant!
Eu já tô indo direto, tá, Mualani? Espero que você não se incomode. O que acontece se eu pisar aqui? Nada. Redemoinho em enfeite. Tô indo, hein, Mualani? Falou, falou! Era fake news, galera. Era tudo mentira. Caraca, eu melhorei o clima do universo. Que incrível, eu sou muito poderosa. Agora eu não consigo nem mais sair do redemoinho. Porque dentro do redemoinho ensolarado hoje. É literalmente como funciona o olho do furacão. Mas aqui é o olho do redemoinho. Será que no olho do redemoinho você foi o fundo do mar?
The massive whirlpool is up ahead.
Do you also think that this is a reckless decision?
Não.
Well...
It's okay. That's completely normal. Actually, this is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's experiences past this gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that we must bear the consequence. Although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the... If the scholars still choose to reject my plan, I won't have the confidence to ask them. The same goes for the two of you. You are the commissioners, so if you think this is too risky, then it's perfectly... The good news is that I know the way back to the tribe very well.
Mualani?
Nós fizemos uma promessa. Vamos chegar à ilha juntas.
That's right. You've trusted us before, Mualani. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us.
Não, tô bem assustado.
We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom. After an experience like that, what's so scary about being sucked into a whirlpool?
Voltar pro reino da noite, Paimon.
Aw, Paimon.
All right. Let's investigate this whirlpool and see if we can gather any info to commit. Matters of luck aside, he definitely knows a lot about geography, and we'll need him on the team.
I know, it's just that we can't see much from here.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon, or does...
You're right.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karia? What are you...
I tried to persuade him, but Varamdra insisted. He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few steps, the water suddenly began to surge and he was swept. I'm not much of a swimmer, so I came to call for help.
Oh, why did this have to happen
Cara
now?
idiota!
Can we still make it into the whirlpool?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which way he went, Karia.
Cadê ele? Meu Deus, quantos redemoinhos! Vai secar na Atlanta. Enquanto Fontaine está afundando, na Atlanta está secando.
He's been pulled away by the current.
Ok, eu vou pegar ele a tempo.
The current is too fast.
Eu vou salvar esse bocó.
We found him.
Oh, there they are!
Ai, que bom que ele tá vivo.
Varamdra, thank goodness you're all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Didn't I tell you to wait for me?
Judging by the changes in the water's surface, the path to the mysterious island is just... I didn't expect my
Right, who knows if we can make it back in time now? Huh? The whirlpools have disappeared!
Oh.
Seems we missed our chance.
Why would you give up on such an opportunity to come rest?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that you had to be left behind. Do you think I'd let anyone in my group drown?
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karia. I think if I reactivate the nodes, the only problem is that we still don't know exactly what... It's already getting late now. And we've been on the move for a whole day. As your guide, I suggest we make camp first and have a good meal. We can talk about the other stuff tomorrow.
Now that you mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry.
Bom ponto. É um milagre ela não ter mencionado comida por tanto tempo.
Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible. It won't interrupt while everyone's busy solving puzzles.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat. Let's just find a suitable spot to make camp.
Mualani guia todos ao melhor lugar para montar o acampamento.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the tent.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. Oh, and here's a little camping tip. It's best to set the tent upwind from the...
Olha que bonitinho as tendas
What do you
aqui de
think?
Natal.
This is a specialty dish I learned to make that's perfect for camping.
It really hits the spot. You're a great cook, Mualani.
Karia helped out quite a bit, so she deserves some credit too.
No. I'm just happy I was able to help out.
What was that sound?
Don't worry. Remember the record player I bought? Let me go turn it on.
Oh. Ele está inteiro ainda depois desse rolê todo?
Listen. Not bad.
Wow, so it really works! Paimon thought you were just playing it for good luck.
My parents told me that most of the valuable experience from our ancestors is hidden in various customs. It's always better to trust our tradition.
Guess that makes sense.
In a sense, this trip to the mysterious island is also a custom left behind by the first chief of the tribe. I wonder what kind of experience he's trying to share with us.
Oh, que tipo de pessoa ele era?
Yeah, Paimon would like to know too.
Even though I've heard my parents tell stories since I was little, I actually don't know too much about him. It's said that he was the first person to make a map of Natlan. And even the first person to become friends with the Kaholosaurus.
O mano já é mestre Pokémon desde o lançamento.
Yeah. There isn't a place in Natlan that he didn't visit. Even the most remote parts bear his footprints. Even now, no one has even come close to his reputation and status as a guide. His trip to the mysterious island is the most legendary of all his accomplishments. But oddly enough, after returning from the mysterious island, he laid aside his yearning for adventure and chose to settle down. It really makes me wonder what the journey meant to him. A camping trip shouldn't be this stuffy and quiet. Everyone needs to help make it more lively. How about this? Before we rest for the night, let's have a bonfire party.
Lumini dando joinha.
If we're going to go plunging into that whirlpool tomorrow, then wouldn't it be best to try to rest and...
Now's not the time to be a party pooper. You ought to agree to ideas from the one who rested.
Yeah, she's right.
All right. So what do the rules stipulate?
Rules? A bonfire doesn't have any rules. Everyone just needs to have a good time. How about this? I'll ask everyone a question, and then we'll take turns saying what's on our mind.
Okay, sounds...
So, for the first question, what's the purpose of a journey?
Oh, we were just talking about this.
Let's hear everyone's ideas, and maybe we can figure out what the first chief was thinking.
Vamos ver se meu
back
primeiro
when he made
pensamento
the
tá
trip.
nas opções.
Paimon can go first. If you ask Paimon what the purpose of a journey is, most importantly, it's about making the trip together with your companions.
Yes, I can't agree more. Okay, next person. How about you, Traveler?
O propósito de uma jornada... Você fecha seus olhos e relembra o momento que foi separada dele. Mualani é 2 minutos atrás. Não vamos deixar esse momento pesado. Ilumine 2 minutos depois. Desafio aceito. Você lembra que o propósito da sua jornada é encontrar ele o tempo todo. Mas você ainda não alcançou esse objetivo. Você não parece ver outro significado para essa longa jornada. Contudo, você de repente começa a lembrar do som dos moinhos batendo em Mondstadt e da visão do céu noturno colorido no porto de Liyue. Você se lembra do momento em que pisou na cidade de Inazuma com as pétalas de sakura caindo, junto com o raio da Shogun na tua cabeça. Você se lembra de seguir o cheiro de café em Sumeru. Você ouve o som da maré e retorna às águas de Fontaine, nadando ao lado de cardumes coloridos e pessoas dissolvidas em água. Essas coisas parecem ser o real significado da sua jornada pesada. Deixa um pouquinho pesado. Por onde eu deveria começar?
Oh, I get it. You must have passed through many nations before making it to Natlan, right? It's quite possible that your experience traveling is more than what I have as a guide. It's understandable that you can't explain it off the... Why don't I circle back to you later? You can tell me once you... Next, let's hear what Karya has.
Me? If you ask about my travels... Well, this is actually my first time traveling. So I don't have any...
That doesn't matter. This is a party around the bonfire, not some...
Alright. If I had to say what the meaning of a journey is, I'd say it provides an opportunity for true companionship. Before you reach the destination, you don't need to think about anything outside the trip itself. As long as you stick together with your companions, you won't have any trouble to worry about.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm on too!
I hope that didn't sound too silly.
De forma nenhuma.
Alright, now it's Varamdra's turn.
All right, if you insist. In my opinion, our goals and dreams in life are all in pursuit of what we call results. The so-called journey is but a path that leads to these results. So, the greatest meaning of a journey lies in managing to find the right result.
Not sure I completely get...
There's nothing difficult to understand. It's the same as the decision of your first chief. He must have discovered enough valuable results after visiting the mysterious island to decide that he should end his journey. Once you've achieved the results you want, any additional journeys would become all but meaningless. Before coming here, someone had stolen the results of one of my research projects. All that person had to do was sign his name on my achievements, and he was able to take all of the honors. All my effort vanished into the air as though it never existed. Do you understand now, Miss Guide? Without results, the journey is meaningless.
Quem disse que não teve resultado?
I sympathize with your situation, but I'm afraid I can't agree with your take.
I don't need your sympathy. As long as I can reach the mysterious island and find the correct results, my pain and struggles will become just another insignificant part of the process. What happened during the day already proved that my theories were wrong. So I'm willing to trust your judgment. I must make it to the mysterious island. And if I have to entrust my life to someone else to achieve that goal, then so be...
Was that actually supposed to be an apology?
Actually, there's a saying among the guides of the people of the springs. If the goal of the journey was to reach the destination, then you should have never left the house to begin. Because the final destination of every journey is your home.
Agora eu entendi tudo. Mualani, você deu a resposta.
It would be disrespectful of my duties as a guide if I were just taking tourists straight to where they wanted to go.
O seu mestre, na realidade, ao chegar no final da jornada, ele percebeu que, assim, o tesouro e tudo que tinha lá não era o resultado que ele queria. Até porque ele descobriu a sua própria casa, que eram as pessoas que acompanharam ele na viagem. Então ali ele fundou o povo das termas.
That is what I would truly call a journey. And that is my answer.
Just as you don't agree with me, I can't agree with your point of view either.
I'm not too worried about that. After all, another purpose of travel...
What sort of logic is that?
All right, that's it for this round. Since it's still early...
Ah, Mualani já tá tentando atormentar Paimon, coitada. A verdadeira ilha são os amigos que fazemos pelo caminho, literalmente.
The others seem to be
para Mualani. Olha, o redemoinho voltou.
Mualani!
Just in time.
What the? You already caused the...
We're in luck. The phlogiston nodes were recharged by dawn. I had Karya and Varamdra control the nodes this time, and we were practicing all morning so they could get the hang of control.
Oh, it seems after apologizing, you've already become trusted members.
Is now really the time to be teasing us?
He's right. We should really...
Even though we had this discussion yesterday, I still want to double check.
You bet!
Aham.
Okay? Then let's go.
Bora lá. Estão entrando no redemoinho. Direto para as profundezas de Fontaine. Uhul! Morre não, pai.
I accidentally swallowed some water. So scary.
Ai, isso tá me dando flashbacks.
What is this place?
Economia.
Believe it.
2. Os flashbacks vieram de economia também.
Mualani was right.
Let's see where this cave leads. Come.
Carving waves.
Carving waves.
According to the map, we need to head downward? Okay. Don't be afraid, everyone. Jump down with me.
Meu Deus. Tem flogisto líquido pra tudo quanto é lado.
It appears these caves were formed by...
I see. Then the spirit waves were affecting, altering the lava's flow, created temporary holes, which allowed us to follow the water's current and enter this underground space.
Are all scholars from Sumer...
Hard to say.
Meio loucos,
Can there
de
be
formas
an
diferentes.
island in this kind of
Eles
underground
testam a
space?
natureza humana.
It appears we haven't reached our destination yet.
Vai ser uma ilha subterrânea? Que loucura. Ah, esses dois chonguinhos aqui. Ah, me bate inimigo decente, pô, Vex. Meia dúzia de slimes não é nada. Oh, vamos dizer até que eu queria uma Mualani. Ela é bacaninha. Mas no rerun. Por enquanto eu só quero minha mavuica. Talvez a gente fique sem giros atrasados por um tempo, hein, galera. É isso, não vou girar não, nem não. Não vale a pena. Vou guardar tudo pra mavuica.
What's that light?
Let's keep going. We'll be able to see more clearly up ahead.
Bora. Oh.
Watch your step. Follow closely, everyone.
Ok. Eu quero aquele baú.
Heads up! These volcanic caves
Ai,
aren't
minha
very stable,
cabeça.
so watch out for falling rocks.
Acho que eu tô fazendo o quê?
The show begins.
É que eu tô contra o time.
Let's ride.
Ai! Que ignorância. Pera.
Careful, more falling rocks!
Daí você me larga no meio da lava, maluca. Tentativa de homicídio tem limite.
There's lava everywhere.
Let's look around together and see what we can find.
Very well. It would indeed be...
Ai.
There are plants growing here?
There's nothing unusual about that. This is spinel... Wait, it is a little strange. This isn't ordinary spinel fruit. It's the same as the one on this talisman.
Isn't that the talisman?
Yes. In which case, could Uncle New have been here before? I'll be sure to ask him about it.
Ele já veio aqui.
Off we go.
Bem sus.
There's so much lava. And it's getting pretty hot.
Calma,
The
mano.
lava here doesn't look very stable.
É, esse é o problema.
Need a surfboard?
Talvez. E aí, galera?
From here, the light seems to be getting bright.
A distant light. Wait,
Miss Guide, it seems Varamdra has also...
I've got it!
I got it. I got it.
Do you see that golden light in the distance? I'm positive that's the mysterious island. That's where...
Really?
I'm a scholar from the Academia Spontamad Darshan. I specialize in ores and minerals. When I first heard about the legend of the one exaggerated description I heard was that it's an entire island that shines like gold. What it was actually referring to, under certain environmental conditions, large amounts of lava are quickly cooled, which then, since the ore can't be moved in time, it begins to accumulate, resulting in, if I'm not mistaken, there'll be a large pool of lava up ahead, and the mysterious island will be floating on the lava.
So you mean we really found the...
Rejoice! Even a small piece of that...
Really? Then let's hurry!
Wait, Paimon. We should head back now.
What are you saying?
This map is covered with symbols and riddles, but there's one thing that's written clearly. When you see the golden light, then go the opposite way. What you just said may be correct, but that golden place isn't the island that my ancestors once visited.
Are you joking?
But Mualani's judgment has always been right. If she says head back...
You thought I'm after treasure?
Oh, he's acting weird again.
After my previous findings were stolen, I began a new area of research. And this ore is the core of my research. As long as I can bring this ore back, my theories will be proven beyond any doubt, and I will be able to reclaim everything I have lost. To me, this ore is the result that must be obtained. Otherwise, all those hardships along the way will be rendered completely meaningless.
As we agreed before, please trust my judgment.
Why? Are you wary of me? Now that we've confirmed that the legendary treasure really exists, you don't want outsiders to take it, do you?
She's not that kind of person, Verandra.
The result is right before my very eyes. I won't give up here.
Cara, você vai morrer. Não que eu ligue pra você.
Oh no! He went running in! How can he do that?
Primeira coisa que vai acontecer.
We must stop him.
Is it just Paimon or is the ground shaking?
Não sei, pai, mas você voa, é meio difícil você sentir. Meu Deus!
What the? Where did these monsters come from?
These monsters. Looks like the lava here is becoming active again.
Misguide. Verandra,
He'll be trapped by the lava. We need to hurry and take care of these monsters.
Eu tô tentando.
No one fights alone.
Tô tentando também. Ressuscita Mualani.
I'm going in.
Ai, meu Deus.
Just my...
Tá tudo certo, gente. Tudo sob controle, é isso que importa.
Target acquired.
Tá todo mundo aqui, é pai. Deixa eu tirar um proveitinho. Não é o maior dano que eu posso dar igual ao da Mualani, mas é algum dano. Ai meu Deus, eu me confundo muito quando tem 4 personagens no time. É, a bicha vai ficar porra mesmo. Tomara que a gente possa salvar ele. E a gente também.
The lava is rising!
Verandra!
Traveler, Paimon, please take care of Karya. I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Mual?
I can use my surfboard on the lava for a short period of time, but it will be a lot spicier than surfing on water.
But that's way too risky!
Não se preocupe, Paimon. Eu sei que ela consegue.
Okay, then. We'll take care of things here.
Cuidado, Mualani. Ok.
The cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry.
Eu tenho que descer? Tá.
More falling rocks. Okay, watch this.
Ok. Como é que o bichama foi tão longe?
Looks like I'm just in time.
Seu maluco. Você vai morrer.
It's right there. I'm almost there.
Você vai fazer o quê? Voar? Tá se achando Arconte Nemo?
Look carefully. You can't get through the lava. You'll die if you try to make your way forward.
Why don't I give up? Well, I might not be able to do it, but what about you?
Me?
You have the ability to move over the lava. If you try, maybe you can reach the island and earn the highest honor for a guide.
A maior honra é chegar com seus clientes vivos.
That way, you'll have the results you need to prove yourself, and even Ko'olo won't be able to question your ability. You want to know why I won't give up, but I'm asking why you'd give up such an opportunity.
The lava is rising. If I take this risk, then how will the others get back? Did you forget? I already gave you my answer.
You!
Come with me.
No!
Mualani usa sua surpreendente força para arremessar. Não consegui ler o que aconteceu com ele.
They're back!
Eles voltaram
I've
vivos.
brought him back. He's fortunate that he wasn't seen.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
You're welcome. It's getting dangerous.
No, I refuse! I can still stand! Let me go!
Seriously? How can you be so childish at a time like...
Verandra!
Isso aí!
Whoa.
Uau!
I've always believed that you're the most talented person I've ever met. Even if your research was stolen and you didn't get any credit, I never doubted it. I believe that even if you won't obtain any results this time, you'll still succeed in your new research. Because no one can take your talent away. So, I won't allow my dearest senior to die here because of his own stubbornness.
Cory.
She's finally opening up. And it seems like she's just the person we need.
Mualani, the lava is open.
Don't panic. It seems like the trick that Uncle New taught me is finally going to be put to use.
O quê?
Where did all these Caholas...
Boa pergunta.
No time to explain. Just get on.
Got it, got it!
Que eles nos levem para um lugar longe da lava. Toda hora isso, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon accidentally choked on some water again while playing.
Everyone okay? Let's take a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, we're all here. We escaped danger and made it back alive. That's what I call good luck.
Oh, really?
What's the point? We still didn't reach the mysterious...
Hey, don't look so depressed. You'll scare a good...
Actually, according to the map, we still have one more leg of the journey.
Oh? Then which way should we go? Wait, aren't we back where we started?
Come on, let's go to the statue.
Todos chegam na estátua.
So, what's the point of coming back here again?
Não sei.
Here, look! Some hidden words appeared on the statue after I touched it.
Really? Let Paimon...
Cutscene? Cutscene.
Congratulations, guide from the future. You have completed a challenge that even I found ambitious. And now, I finally have the chance to tell you my story.
Perdão, mas ele é lindo.
You may have heard legends describing me as the best guide in all of Natlan. But in the beginning, I was more like a treasure hunter. I chased results, facing countless dangers to prove
Eu
myself.
sabia que ele ia ser igual o maluco que a gente está ajudando.
I ventured where others didn't dare, never failing to bring back rare treasures.
Mas no fim ele
My
encontrou essa
fame was
casa.
second to none. And yet, I never felt satisfied. So I found a new goal, a challenge that no one had ever achieved before. The legendary Mysterious Island. Another chance to prove myself. Unfortunately, my friends who had traveled with me all this time had grown tired of my nonsense. Instead of praise, they now showered me with words of caution. Perhaps this journey was one that I had to complete alone. But luckily, they decided to once again put up with my antics. Just as before, they came up with ingenious ways to help me move forward. They never let me down, even when I had to place my life in their hands. And they always trusted my judgment, even when it took a lot of courage. In the end, just as ever, we found the result we came for. But that golden glow was baiting me towards death. It was the glow of a rare ore, but it was also the warning sign of an impending eruption. Maybe if I pressed on and put my life on the line, I could get the result I wanted. And yet, there was a chance I'd lose something even more precious. But don't worry, in the end, I made the same choice as you. Everyone was disappointed that their illustrious guide had, for once, returned empty-handed. But seeing everyone survive, I felt satisfied for the first time in my life. Perhaps the treasure I had really been searching for had been right here with me, all along. So, I decided to end my long journey and find a safe place for my hard-earned treasure.
Aww.
To me, this is the real mysterious island.
Eu sabia, cara. Quando Mualani falou, eu falei, não, é isso.
Disappeared. These must have been the words the first chief left for those. In that case, the mysterious island from the legend is actually where the people of the springs are living now.
Oh.
I remember now that the elders once told me our tribe was originally founded on a small island. Later, the coastlines changed, allowing the island to become what the journey to the mysterious island starts exactly where it ends.
E como ele, não voltamos de mãos vazias. Ah, desceu uma lágrima. Que chonga! Eu sabia disso.
The golden glow is an indicator of when the lava will periodically erupt. The principle of vulcanite formation implies that it will only appear at the start of fierce lava activity. And the flowing lava, this means that there's zero possibility of ever bringing the ore back. Are the results I've been chasing?
Romdra, our journey is not yet over. As we agreed, please come back to the people of the springs with me. Then we'll officially—
Fine. I suppose that would also count as some kind of result.
Don't be so down. I have a feeling that the next answer I'm looking for will—
Paimon remembers now. There's still something important we need to ask Mualani's teacher.
Oh, verdade, vamos perguntar. Ele muito provavelmente achou. E o outro cara nunca chegou a achar de verdade a ilha.
Uncle New!
Mualani, it's good to—
Uncle, I've completed the journey to the mysterious island. I'm here to return the talisman.
But you still have a question you wish to ask me, right?
Yes. You've been there before, haven't you?
Yes,
If that's the case, then you've gone on the same journey. But why didn't you tell anyone?
Because I made a choice.
A choice?
Did you notice that the hidden inscriptions on the stone tablet disappeared as soon as you finished reading them?
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a special paint on the statue that would change color when it comes into contact with volcanic dust. Only those who have been to that underground space will be contaminated by the dust and be able to see the hidden message. But once the dust starts— and this is the choice that the first chief left to us. If you choose to boast about your deeds, you will receive the highest honor. But if you choose to remain silent, then the mysterious island will remain a legend. In the end, my companions and I all chose the latter.
Oh.
But not being able to tell anyone after accomplishing such a feat. People like Ko'olo will still look down on you.
But have you noticed that Ko'olo, who claims to have been to the island, hasn't actually completed the trip?
Exatamente.
What?
Right. Paimon remembers that Ko'olo said that he went to the mysterious island alone. But there's no way he could have been able to use the spirit ways.
He deliberately recommended the client to find Mualani, probably because he thought she wouldn't be able to reach the mysterious island. That way, Mualani wouldn't be able to expose him. As guides, we are not adventurers, let alone treasure hunters. The greatest responsibility of a guide is to take the client to their destination safely. But in the process, we also gain much skill and experience at overcoming danger. This allows us to go to places that no one else can reach, and even find treasures that no one else can find. Many guides gradually lose sight of their true beliefs and intentions in the process, and end up becoming like Ko'olo. They end up becoming more like thieves who would rush. This is why the first chief left behind the legend and the map. To lure younger generations. Aside from me, many other tribe members have also traveled to the mysterious island. And just like me, so they've also made pacts with their companions, choosing to give up the results that would prove themselves and give the younger generation.
You've all given up on...
Sir, I've given up on merely one result. I haven't given up on everything. Given her talent and qualifications, Mualani was well within her rights to choose the top-ranked guide Ko'olo as her teacher. But she chose me. I believe I was able to cultivate such an outstanding student and witness her completion of the legendary challenge If instead of looking at one single journey, we look at my entire career as a guide, I'd say I have not returned.
Exatamente. Bora repensar sua vida, amigão.
Karia, I've come up with a new research topic. Would you like to continue working as my assistant?
You're the same as always, Varamdra. You always have to find... In any case, I can't give you...
Karia!
Because you haven't prepared the proposal yet. Shouldn't you finish that first before recruiting assistants? How could you forget?
Yes, of course. I'll certainly...
But I've always found your proposals fascinating, so I'm sure I won't be able to turn you down this...
A cara das duas.
Karia, given that I have been presented with new evidence, I've come up with a very general theory. Perhaps the treasure I'm seeking has been by my side the entire time. No. To be more precise, it's been with...
I understand, Varamdra.
It appears this guest has also found his...
It seems he's finally put two in...
There's nothing to worry about. It's just like Karia said. I can start some new research and reclaim everything I've lost.
But it seems he's still as stubborn as...
Now, it's your turn to make the choice, Mualani.
But, Uncle New, I'm sure anyone who can complete the journey to the island would make this...
Very good. Then there's nothing more I can teach you. Here, take this talisman again.
Oh, que fofo.
Looks like it's also our time to say goodbye. You've taken great care of us.
Then remember, the next time you come to visit the people of the springs, you know where to find friends for help.
Friends? I suppose we are theoretically friends now. Yes. When I publish my next...
Well, that's one way to thank someone.
Then Varamdra and I will be taking our leave. I truly hope we'll get to...
Okay, bye.
Tchauzinho. Olá.
You're back already. So, as news...
What are you doing here all of a sudden?
Ele deve estar nervoso, ele quer saber se ela conseguiu.
Well, I found something even more precious than the island. 2 friends that I can trust with my life.
Ai,
ai. Seems you really learned a lot from New about how to make yourself... What? Why are you all looking at me like that? The elders of the tribe also gave me that same look. What's that supposed to mean?
Você é um idiota.
New, I've already proven that I'm stronger than you. I've been to even more dangerous places and found far more precious treasure. I've even been to the mysterious island. Why do you still look at me as if my words don't bother you at all?
Ko'olo, even if you had never been to the island, no one would deny your abilities. But as for what we would deny about you, only you can find the answer to that.
Me?
So now, our trip to the mysterious island is officially finished, right?
É hora de dar
Yeah,
adeus.
but I have one more place I want to show you. Come with.
Mostrar a barreira do mapa. Caramba. Deserto de novo. Isso aqui é o deserto? Tem deserto pra lá? Por que o Sumero fica no meio do deserto? Entendi, Sumero é uma alucinação.
This is the place. From what I've heard.
What made you think of taking a group?
Well, we completed our trip to the mysterious island together.
You've earned the
Aceito.
great.
Would you call it a sacrifice? I don't really think so. After all that we've been through together, the results don't matter anymore. Oh, it's
No, I get it.
Às vezes até esqueço que o menino muda. Você se lembra de tudo que aconteceu durante sua jornada e finalmente encontra uma resposta que seja satisfatória.
So that's your answer, huh? To the
E a
meaning of a
resposta que eu sabia
journey?
desde o início, a resposta que eu...
It's a good one. Then,
Yep, Paimon's ready.
3, 2, 1. Kaholasaur!
Eu quero esse wallpaper, hein, meu reverse. Ah. Muito fofinha a quest. Ah, então acho que eu vou deixando esse vídeo por aqui. Eu amei Mualani. Foi melhor do que Nicho, sem dúvidas nenhuma. Foi uma quest bem longa, né, pra falar a verdade. Eu tava esperando que a gente realmente fosse chegar na ilha, eu achei que ia ser algo mais decepcionante, tipo, a gente ia chegar naquela ilha que eu já sabia que existia. Mas no final foi muito mais simbólico, muito fofinho, teve uma cutscene muito bonita. E a participação da Mualani aqui foi a cereja do bolo. Então, bem, se você não é inscrito aqui no canal, já aproveita, se inscreve e ativa o sininho, deixa o like e comentário porque isso ajuda muito. E compartilha com alguém que você tem certeza que vai gostar do nosso conteúdo. Também já clique em um dos dois cards que estão aparecendo aqui no canto da tela e vai lá assistir outro vídeo. Temos playlist com todas as séries que nós já fizemos. E, bem, eu sou a Pumpkin e até a próxima.